Alright guys, I am currently pulling the rear cradle out, and I'll go over kind of what I did. It's a little hard. I guess I can show you right here a little bit. These 4 bolts on your, I think they call it a coil hat, has to come off. Your brake line has to come out. I broke this because I couldn't get it out, and there's plastic tabs holding it on. I'm gonna do stainless line anyway, so I didn't really care. And I got a new upper control arm. And then for the brake, the parking brake, it has to come off. I can show you that here in a second, but what I'm gonna do now is I've got this, I don't know if this is easier to see like this or what. Yeah, we'll do it like that. If you guys are curious, right now I'm on a 2-post lift, but most people do this with like a jack. If they have like a jack, they'll set it up behind it and do it that way. What I'm doing though, let me move this back so the heat doesn't hit it. So what I'm doing is I have this MAP gas torch. I don't know if I necessarily need it, but I'm hitting it just right on the top of the bolt head for a little bit, and then trying to back it off. And I recommend, if you guys are going to do this, that you wear safety glasses. The only reason I say that, 1, you got to be safe, but 2, there's little, I don't know, charred pieces coming out of it and stuff, so you don't want to get that in your eye. Like that, for example. Once it starts to give a little bit of, I guess, hesitant on the impact, I just hit it again. I'm going to hit this a little bit longer just because, I don't know, it doesn't feel like the opposite side did. The opposite side came out pretty easy. Ow. And that right there would be why. You wear fucking glasses. Jesus Christ, that hurt. That's not good. Maybe that's what it was. As you can see, I'm not gonna touch that bolt, but there's a little bit of Loctite on there, not much. I think most of it's probably in the threads right now. The front bolts is what I'm concerned about. And that is only because the gas tank's there and I really don't want to use, you know, a torch right next to the gas tank. Probably not the brightest of ideas. I mean, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not trying to start a fire right now. I just want to, like I said, break it loose, get it loose. And the impact's only on a 1 right now. There's 4 settings on it, so. There's that one. Once again, not trying to do it for a whole lot longer than that, just because I love tools and random shit I gotta have. Not bad. Pretty easy. This one's probably hot. There we go. All right, so that's all 4 bolts, and you can see that the e-brake's out. But for now, the only thing I gotta be concerned about with is each one of these coil mounts. They were a little tight going in when I installed them, so I don't know if they'll hang up or what. Okay, we'll check. Make sure nothing's in here. Nothing's in here. I'll show you guys too real quick what it looks like. Nothing's in there. You got your coil, they came out, easy peasy. Your dowels, or gas tanks in there. You got everything that you do and don't need. So I get some sanding discs and flappies, and I'm gonna clean all this up and then paint it. Let's finish taking this out the rest of the way. Why is it bouncing like that? That was weird. That was really weird. There. Let me set this up right here real quick. All I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna shift it right over this area, maybe somewhere. The shop's a mess. I mean, can't get away from it. It's got so many things going on right now. It's almost too much. Take off those gloves. But yeah, as you can see, the old Cradle definitely had seen its lifespan compared to the new one over there with the ZL1 diff. Everything looks good on it though. I've got to take, you know, all the BMR stuff that I just put on off of this one to put on, you know, the new one now. So literally all the coils, everything like that's gonna go on the new one. And then, let me see here. I'm gonna raise this car some. All right, car's on the locks. So I can show you a little bit easier now. Pretty much what you gotta do is the e-brakes will come off these two tabs right here. And mine were a little stiff, you know, a little dry. So I just took a punch and a hammer and I knocked them back. They came out pretty easy. There's a little shield that goes in here. I took this off when I did my drive shaft for my new flex plate. I have a new video on that. When I took the transmission out, I had to take the drive shaft out, obviously. So the drive shaft just comes off. I took all 6 off because this bushing stuck on there. So, you know, I can't remember which ones you actually have to take off, but it should come off with the drive shaft. Mine just stuck on there, so I took all of them off, and whichever one split first is the one I did. E-brakes, but yeah, I said e-brakes, you have that little shield that comes in here. It's 4 bolts, easy to take off. And then you have to do the e-brakes here and here. There's a plug. I don't think you have to do this one. I did it, but there's a large plug. Don't have to do that one, I don't think. And a small plug. The small plug you do. That comes off the Cradle. I think that's for like your wheel speed sensors and stuff like that. And then obviously you got to hang up your brakes, take them off. And I think that's it as far as all that goes. So, I mean, it's a hard process to do, kind of. I'm just looking at the car. This is gonna have to get cleaned up for sure. I don't know when that would happen. But yeah, I'll bring a flappy disc in and go to town on all this stuff and then spray over everything so it's nice and clean and black. Gas tank's coming out too. I'll do a video on that. This one should be pretty easy. It's, you know, a bolt, and it should come down, but I gotta figure out everything above, unplug the pump and whatnot. And then all of the other little stuff, I think this is the evap, maybe, I don't know, charcoal canister or something like that. That's gonna come out. So fuel tank will be gone, this will be gone, fuel cell will be here. That fuel cell that I have over there will be here. I gotta have somebody weld something up, a brace of some sort. And then fuel tank will be gone, and I will be running a tranny cooler. There's a little bracket here, I don't know if you can see, that goes here, and a tranny cooler will be mounted right there. Tranny lines will run back along the frame rail up to the tranny. So it should be pretty clean once it's done, but right now, I mean, it's literally a husk of a car. There's an engine, that's it. So, not too bad. I got what I wanted done this weekend anyways. But yeah, guys, I mean, if you have any questions, just like, comment, subscribe, post them down in the comment section. I do have, like I said, a new ZL1 diff, and I'll do a video on building that. This was a little split because, you know, I'm doing some things for the transmission video, and some for this. So I mean, I just wanted to kind of get a little bit of give you guys a little bit of an idea when it comes to dropping the Cradle out, what you had to take off, you know. It's not too much stuff. I mean, you can see where these are in the brackets, these were in the brackets, these ends were in the brackets. So, I mean, it was pretty easy, to be honest with you, and I was pretty worried because everyone's like, oh, I snapped my bolts off, and I mean, you can see up in there. Let me see here. You can see up in there. There's quite a bit of material, so I'll have to maybe clean the threads up some, which is fine. So, all right, guys, I appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe. Again, this is a Harbor Freight. If you guys want to use this, I don't know, I guess you could use it on the ground, but it's a Harbor Freight 1,000 pound like lift table. So if you want to get that, you can get it. It's like 370 bucks. I needed one, so I got it. And then I just put cribbing up on it so it lift high enough to get it up and out. But yeah, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and that'll be it. Catch you guys later.